today's essential question. How can you define shapes using their attributes? How can you use shapes to create composite shapes? Here we go with that shapes word again. It says our daily objective, I can use shapes to make different shapes. Shapes, shapes, shapes. Today you are going to travel to Mexico and learn shapes in Spanish. You're going to click the link and that's going to take you to Mexico and you are going to learn Spanish. So today we are moving on to something a little bit different. Today we're going to talk about 3D shapes. So the main 3D shapes that we're going to focus on are cube, cone, sphere, rectangular prism, and cylinder. So if you look, when you get pulled up on your seesaw slides, you can see the attributes, different attributes of each shape and different things that they might look like. A cube might look like a doghouse or an ice cube. A cone might look like the bottom of an ice cream cone. A sphere might be a ball or a meatball or an ice cream scoop. A rectangular prism might be a train car or even a building or a box of tissues. And a cylinder might be a soda can or something along those lines. So parts of a 3D shape. Looking at this cube, we have vertex. We have vertexes or vertices in 2D shapes as well. That is the corners where the faces meet. A face is the flat surface of a shape, and the edge is formed where two faces meet. So you should have a 3D shapes brain pop. I'll make sure that that is linked for you guys. So three-dimensional shapes, they can be grouped in many different ways. So the flat surface of each of these shapes is a circle. So the flat surface on a cylinder and a cone is a circle. These shapes have edges and vertices. Their flat surfaces are called faces. So the faces are the things that you see. The edges are the sides, and the vertices are where the edges meet. And a sphere is a 3D shape that has no flat surfaces, no edges, and no vertices. So let's look at this sphere down here. A sphere, from what we remember, what does a sphere have? Does a sphere have any faces or flat surfaces? No, so it's going to get a 0. Does it have any vertices? No. And last but not least, does it have any edges? No. So you need to think, and you can compare this to a circle. A circle has no sides, no vertices, and it's very similar to a sphere. A circle is 2D, and a sphere is 3D. And if you struggle, you can always look back and see on your anchor chart which shapes have what attributes. So the next one we're going to look at is a cone. So if I was struggling with the cone, I could easily go back and I could say, okay, a cone. I know a cone has one point or one vertex and one circle face, and it is round. The other one that was on that slide was a rectangular prism. This one's where it gets a little tricky. A rectangular prism has 6 faces and 8 points, 2 square faces and 4 rectangular faces, and it has 12 edges. Whoa. So sometimes it's easier to look back at a resource to help you. So once again, it says write how many faces or flat surfaces each 3D shape has. So you have 3 slides of examples that you can work through. These are real life examples. Here's an oil can, and here is a soccer ball. A soccer ball is an example of a sphere. And now it's your turn. You are going to, it says, can you find these shapes in the classroom? You are going to look around at home and see if you can find these shapes. Try and find them. Don't just say no. We want you to see if you can find these shapes. If you can't find them, draw something that is that shape.